Have you ever stood on the precipice of the Grand Canyon of loneliness, staring into the abyss of existential crisis and wondered, is this all there is? This is a tale of such an odyssey. In the shadow of 60 ticks on the calendar, there I stood, a veteran of life's chaotic circus, a sort of survival superhero in a world of existential confusion. It felt as if I had been awarded a medal for handling life's absurdities, a medal unfortunately not of gold, but of old receipts and broken dreams. My adventure began a few years ago when my ex and I decided to dramatically exit each other's lives. It was like stepping out of a firecracker, only to realize someone had replaced the candy with a surprise bag full of existential crisis. "Congratulations, you're now alone and free!" Life cheered, patting me on the back. I, on the other hand, stood there with a smile as genuine as a designer bag at a flea market. After wallowing in self-pity for a while, I made a drastic decision. I quit drinking and started taking care of myself. It turned out to be like going from being a supporting character in my own life to taking the lead role. But, like all Hollywood stories, there was a catch. I became lonely, so lonely that self-help books became my only friends. Now, as I gaze out over the social landscape, I see a world as confusing as solving a Rubik's Cube in the dark. Despite my attempts to throw myself into social situations and meet new people, it feels like I'm the star of my own loneliness documentary. I've even tried dating apps, but it feels like I'm at a market where people swipe in all directions as if they're looking for their car keys. And here I stand, ready to give up on the whole idea of a relationship. Being alone for so long has turned me into a hermit in a world of Tinder anarchy. My self-esteem is at rock bottom, and I'm trying to convince myself that I'm better off befriending my potted plants. But amidst all this absurd chaos, I realize that life is too short to cry over spilled milk or the person who takes the last sushi rice at the buffet. I try to find joy in small things, like smelling good from my beloved perfumes and being a gentleman in a world where cufflinks have been replaced with swipes. So here I stand, 60 years old and afraid of having a relationship, but determined to enjoy the rest of my days. For in the end, it's perhaps better to be happy and alone than to be angry and surrounded by people who swipe the wrong way in your life. And maybe, just maybe, there's someone out there who's also ready to swipe right on the absurd and humorous novel that is my life.